Hey gang, welcome back. It's Mark's here, and we're into episode 6 of Nemo's War. Hey, welcome back everyone. Here we are. We're just going to have a quick review. Look at Nemo. He's down to erratic. He's feeling a little bit crazy right now with all of the pressure he's under. The crew sitting tired. They've been put through a lot so far under the command of Nemo, having to perform many despicable acts, at least from this viewpoint. And the ship, while it has taken some damage, the Nautilus is still seaworthy, and let's carry on, and we're going to dive right in to the first event phase. Here we are. Shakedown maneuvers. Round the Nautilus, the sea dashed furiously.
"This is bad sea," remarked Ned Land. "Detestable indeed, and one that does not suit a boat like the Nautilus."
Alright, here we have a test, a high test, but we can use the hull or the crew. Not going to help a lot here, but if we pass, we can gain 2 ship resources, excellent, or gain 2 actions, or take one of each, etc., etc. If we fail, we're going to lose a Nemo, or lose 1 action, or gain 2 notoriety. Okay, so this is not that great for us. Our crew and our hull, we can use them each for a +1 each. Let's roll the dice. Alright, so we get a +2 total using our crew and our hull. We need a 10 here. Let's see how we do. Alright, no problems here. Shakedown maneuvers, no problem. So I think I know what I'm going to do with this card. So with this success, we can receive up to 2 ship resources, which I think we better do. We're getting pretty low. We're going to increase our crew 1 level, and we're going to get Nemo back into steady. Maybe he's not so spazzing out right now, but he can still give us a +3 modifier on our rolls. So let's carry on here. Okay, for placement here, we have a 5, a 1, a 4, and a 6 spread out. Our first placement here will be in the Western Pacific. It will be, oh nice, the airship La France from, you guessed it, France. Cool. The thing is kind of cool. It's like an aerial bomber or some kind because it's pretty strong. Anyway, let's move on to ocean number 4. The South Atlantic, which is getting a little crowded right now. We're going to go ahead and place the next ship. It is the Napoleon III passenger vessel from France. There is room up in the North Atlantic, but I chose Cape Horn. Next, the European seas, we have the Ryujo from Japan, an ironclad warship. What's it doing all the way in Europe? Well, it couldn't have come off course, because that's a long way off course. Everyone's on the hunt. And finally, the crowded Indian Ocean, where the Nautilus is located, we have the Pequod, or yeah, I'm going to say Pequod, a whaler from the United States. Ooh, if we sink it, we get an additional Nemo. We'll just see about that. Alright. Always nice when we roll a 6 and a 1, we get 5 action points for this round. Okay, I don't think we can pass up this chance to attack the passenger, well, the whaler, not a passenger vessel, the whaler, Pequod, or Pequod. We're going to use a stock attack on it, and let's go to the board. Alright, Captain Nemo personally is going to command the attack for a +3. With our additional +1, we get a total of +4 versus the Pequod. Here we go. Oh my god, a 3 plus a 4 is a 7. That is a miss. Nemo drops to erratic once again. He is pretty upset about the Pequod getting away. The Pequod escapes, and we gain a notoriety as word gets around of the Nautilus's actions in the Indian Ocean. Furious, Captain Nemo pursues the Pequod further into the Indian Ocean. Nemo is going to lead the attack once again. He's erratic, but he gets a +3 with a +1 for a total of +4 versus the Pequod. Let's go. 7 plus 4 is 11. That is a sunken whaler. Perfect. So for the sinking of the Cod, we're going to gain a notoriety. We're up to 40 there. And we're also going to gain a Nemo. He hates whalers, and now he's back feeling steady and ready to carry on with his mission. And the Cod is going to go into the salvage track here. Now we got 2 salvage points to perhaps refit the Nautilus. I think as things are getting closer to the end, we're going to have to build ourselves up a little bit. Oh, I also forgot to do the -1 modifier for any other warships that are present during the attack, but we rolled high enough to sink the Cod regardless of the modifier. So let's carry on. Okay, I'm feeling lucky today, and I feel like taking a couple risks. So we're going to travel over to the South Atlantic for 2 action points, and we are going to launch an assault on the Euripides. It is pretty tough, but let's see how we do this, and that was our final action point for this round, so let's see how we do. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Euripides? Euripiles? I like Euripides, it rolls off the tongue better. Anyway, it doesn't have a strong attack, so it's going to launch its assault first, but let's not forget we get a -1 for being in the South Atlantic with other warships, and let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, so we managed to evade the first attack, and now let us launch our own attack. So we're going to use Nemo. He's got a +3, feeling steady, and with the stock attack +4. And I really want this to go down. I really need to go down. So, oh yes, 9 +4, that's easily. The Euripides goes down. Armored frigate, maybe we can salvage some metal. No, I'll show you what my plan was. So I'm just working on filling this next column here, the danger column, so that I can get myself some extra points. So next turn I believe I'll be off to the North Atlantic or the Eastern Pacific. Well, the North Atlantic's closer. We'll see. I'm all out of action points. Time to deal with another event. Public opinion. Traders, ship owners, captains of vessels, skippers, and master mariners from Europe and America, naval officers from every country, and at their heels, the various national governments on these 2 continents were all extremely disturbed by the business. Alright, it's a play immediately card. Place 1 ship token in each major ocean using the usual placement procedure. Oh crap. For each revealed ship token, also gain a notoriety. Oh my god. This is serious business. Now everyone is really coming after Nemo, and this looks like a lot of trouble. Alright, we're going to start from the Indian Ocean. So we did sink one here, and we did sink one in the South Atlantic here. So luckily, just some hidden ship markers appear, but ship does become visible in the Western Pacific. It is the Huascar from... Oh geez, I don't know that one at all. That one's a total mystery to me. Anyway, the Huascar in the Western Pacific, and as well we gain a notoriety, so we go from 40 to 41 up here. In the Eastern Pacific, we have a new ship. It is the Taiping from Britain, a clipper. And yet another notoriety. We're up to 42 now. Great. And finally, the last 2 oceans are the North Atlantic, where we are going to get the Jumna from... Is that Norway? I apologize, I don't know my flags very well. I'm going to say Norway. A slaver, so we're going to go take that sucker out. We don't like slavers. And finally, in the European Sea, we have the Rhone, a mail carrier from Britain, just leaving the port of something. But we get 2 additional notoriety points, and we'll show you what's happening up there. 1 point for the North Atlantic and 1 point for the European Sea. And now we get to add another placement dice just in time for our placement roll. Yippee! 5 dice for placement here. This is going to be a lot of ships coming out this turn. Let's see what happens. 3, 3, 3, oh dear, and 4 and 6. Well, that could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't exactly great for us. First of all, in the North Atlantic, we have the Ferdinand Max ironclad from, oh, another flag I don't recognize. Next, in the North Atlantic, once again, the Hercules, capital ship from Britain. And I think we're going to go to the Arctic Ocean for this next one. It is the Idaho, a steam cruiser from the Americas. Next is the South Atlantic, where the Mary Celeste appears from Australia. Sorry, everybody. I'm really bad at my flags today. A ghost ship. Cool. And then we get a wonder point for sinking that one. Cool. That's neat. And finally, in the Indian Ocean, we have the Buffalo, a ram ship from... Geez, is that this... Russia again. Man, I'm really being tested on my flag trivia today. I'm not doing too well, mind you. We're going to say Russia. Not exactly a boatload of AP, but we'll take it. Just wanted to show you guys the map quickly. Things are getting awfully busy, and I'm feeling horrified right now. I'm kind of at a loss as how I can survive. Considering how much pressure we've been under, I'm not sure how to proceed. Especially with our notoriety being very close to defeat. With, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more notoriety gain, and we are going to be defeated. I think maybe we're going to be perpetuating some rebellious activities. Indeed, we're going to have to spend some time trying to lower our notoriety here, and that means gaining favor with the people. And right now in the South Atlantic, there are 3 revealed ships. That's gonna add up to a -3 on our die roll to incite rebellion. So not the greatest area to be trying to do that in. We could try to take out a ship or 2, but I don't like our chances. I think what we're going to do is use an action point to travel to Cape of Good Hope, where we can start hopefully cause some diamond mine workers to rise up against their overlords. Let's figure that out. Well, it is 1 action point to incite a rebellion here. Now we're going to use Nemo. He's got a +3 to his roll, but we do get a -1 because of the ship that's present. So that is a total of +2. I don't have anything else to give me any modifiers. Sucks, but anyway, we got a +2. We really need this to be good. Hey, that's a 13. That's the best possible result. Thank you. It's a revolt, and the diamond mine workers rising up. So yes, a 13 is a revolt result on the incite table. We place the cube, and we lose 2 notoriety. Really needed that. We are back down to 42. With our final action point, I think we're going to take a shot at the Borda here and try and sink it. Okay, so the Borda is all by itself here near the Cape of Good Hope, so that puts us in a fine position to try and sneak up on it and sink it. Capital ship from France. We're going to use Nemo. He gets a +3, and with the stock attack is a +4. But first, the Borda gets to attempt to take a pot shot at us. Let's see. That is a hit. Let's work that out. So we're going to take 2 hits. I'm just going to roll both the dice simultaneously. They are both on the hull. That's 2 hits to the hull. Now we're taking on water once again. Let's see if we can sink this goddamned Borda. So like I said before, we got a +3 for Nemo in command and a +1 for the stock attack. Come on, baby. Oh my dear lord. That is critically bad. So this is a total and complete disaster. We lose 2 resources that we wagered. Nemo, he is now in the freak-out phase of his personality, unstable. And on top of that, we gain 2 notoriety. The ship escapes to tell the tale of how sloppy the attack of the Nautilus was. Yuck! And with 0 respite, we continue to the next event phase. The Grecian Archipelago. Prudence bids us profit by the first opportunity to leave the Nautilus. The occasion must be serious, and our first attempt must succeed. If it fails, we shall never find another, and Captain Nemo will never forgive us. So it's a play immediately card. Add a notoriety, oh great, so up to 45. And make an unmodified warship attack of 8 dice roll versus the Nautilus and suffer any damage that might occur. Oh great, if I suffer 0, 1 ahead, okay, yeah. Let's go to the dice. This could be terrible. Alright, I'm going to call this some kind of a sabotage attempt by the captives aboard the Nautilus to escape. So they are going to possibly try and disable the engines or something. Depends on this die roll here. So let's roll the dice and we'll deal with the consequences. It's unmodified roll. I don't have any way to modify the roll at this point anyway. So, oh dear. So we are going to suffer 2 hits. But to what? But as a, well, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. We're just going to take 2 hits and we'll go from there. The 2 hits on the Nautilus are going to be on the hull. Both on the hull. The hull is dropped 2 points, and it is shattered after the sabotage success perpetuated by the Nautilus's captives. Damn. I don't even know what to say. We don't even have to count up points now. We are utterly defeated. Captain Nemo and his precious Nautilus have been shattered. The Nautilus is resting somewhere near the Cape of Good Hope on the bottom of the sea. The whereabouts of Captain Nemo and his crew are unknown at this point. While they were unavailable for use in gameplay, my story ended with the escape of Ned Land, Conseil, and Professor Aronnax after they sabotaged the Nautilus and managed to flee Captain Nemo's terrorist clutches. Yes, in my story here, the Captain Nemo was a terrorist, at least through the eyes of the major governments of the world. He did manage to help out a few people around, but not enough to save his hide anyway, or the Nautilus for that matter. Well, I gotta say that was a rather bitter and disappointing end to this playthrough. I hope that if you've made it this far that you're not disappointed at the brutality of this finish. I feel we did fairly well at the beginning with a good streak of luck, but at the same time, I probably didn't take the opportunity to upgrade the Nautilus as much or at all as I probably should have. As Captain Nemo, I was rather anxious to sink as many ships as I possibly could, and as a result, my notoriety climbed very quickly, and the successive stream of more difficult ships came out a lot earlier, perhaps. I don't really know. I did my best to try and manage my ship resources the best I could, but perhaps I could have done better by collecting more treasures, and like I said before, keeping the Nautilus upgraded and a constant threat. And there you have it. That is the end of this playthrough of Nemo's War. I hope you have enjoyed my take on things. And please stay tuned for more videos incoming. I'm never sure what I'm going to be doing next. Actually, I've got a couple unboxings I want to do, quick ones. But anyhow, thank you for tuning in. This has been Marks, and I hope you come back for more board game playthroughs with me. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.